Hi guys, so today you'll be making a frequency table or a data chart of the data you collected yesterday. So if you look on your data project slide, it says day 3, Friday, May 14th, that's today. So this slide is what we're completing today. It says if you used a survey on day 2 to answer your question, you'll create a frequency table here. So if yesterday you made a Google form, you sent it out, you got some results, you're going to make a frequency table from that data you collected. If you are researching your answer, I think a couple people are, and you use an appropriate website on day 2 to find your answer, you're going to make a chart of that data here. So let's start with those who did a survey, since almost everyone did that. First of all, let's look at the rubric, because we are in column 2 now of our rubric, the frequency table column right here. It is up to 4 points, right? If you don't make a frequency table at all, or it does not accurately display the data you collected, it's 0 points. If it's if it's accurate but not, sorry, if it's not accurate, but it's neat and you attempted one, then you get 1 point. If it's partially accurate, like you got some stuff right, but some stuff is a little off and it's not very neat, 2 points. If it's, accurate but not neat, like if it's all messy but all your facts are right, you would get 3 points. But if it's accurate and it's neat, 4 points. So that's your goal, to have all the right information and it be very neatly displayed, so no one has to go try to figure out what things are. So that is what we're doing today. It's up to 4 points. What you do is you're going to go back to your form that you created, and right here you will see responses. So 12 people answered my favorite cookie question. If you open it up, it tells you how many people said each one. There's 12 responses. You can go to summary. You can also go to each individual question. It tells me how many said each one. That's what I want to go to, since I have multiple choice. If you have an open-ended question, you will have to go through each answer and maybe combine some. Like if yours was, the class is like, what's your favorite hobby? And you left it open-ended. And somebody said basketball, and someone said b-ball, and someone said soccer. You could either just combine the basketball and the b-ball to make, those two obviously are the same thing. They'll come up in 2 different categories because they typed 2 different answers in there, but they're both basketball. So you'll have to definitely put those 2 together. But you can decide then, do I want to add soccer in with that group and make it a sports group? Like, you are going to be able to decide how to organize all those answers into different categories. But you're going to use those responses from your form. So 6 people said chocolate chip, 3 said peanut butter, 2 said Oreo, and 1 said snickerdoodle. I will come back to this. In your slideshow, you're going to erase what I say here. This part will be erased, and you will create a table. So you're going to insert, and you're going to put table. And then if you go over here, you can pick the dimensions of your table. It's going to have to be 3 columns, and I don't know how many rows, but probably at least 4. I will need 5 rows. So you put that table in here. The first one, this is going to be, like for me, type of cookie. For you, I don't know what it is. Depends on your question. Maybe type of sport, maybe type of animal, maybe type of pet, maybe number of pets. I don't know. Depends on what your question is. Mine's going to be type of cookie. I'm actually going to go center all of these. So if you highlight it and you put it center, it kind of makes it a little neater. Then right here, this is going to be where you put your tally, and you're going to mark those with capital I's. And then right here is frequency. Okay, so frequency table would be like this. Since I did a survey, I'm going to do a frequency table. So if I wanted to, I could go back and erase that. So what type of cookie would be chocolate chip, peanut butter, Oreo, and snickerdoodle. Okay, so here's where I'm going to put my tallies. So that's where I need this information. So I should have 6 tallies for chocolate chip because 6 people said chocolate chip. So I would go. But 5, we can't really do the cross. Normally you'd put one across with 5, but I am going to still put some spaces so that we can recognize there's 6 there. Peanut butter, 3 responses. So I have 3 tallies. Oreo had 2, and Snickerdoodle had 1, I believe. Yes. So that is the information I collected. Now frequencies where you type the actual number. So I'll put 6, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now I would like to make it a little easier to read, a little more neat, because these are the titles, these top ones. I probably want to bold those. Maybe I want to make all these capital over here. Make sure they're spelled correctly. I might want to make this whole thing bigger, actually. This is going to be presented to the class, so it's going to, I'm going to want it to be big so everybody can see it. Then I can delete this up here. I can decorate my page how I want to. Maybe I'll put like a border around this because when we present it, it might not show the lines between each of these very well. So maybe I go up here and I change the border to be darker, or I change it to a different color, right? So there's different things you can do. Maybe I want all of these words to be bigger because everybody's got to be able to see them. So there's different ways you can make this neat, organized, but you should need to organize your data into a frequency table. Now, if you research some stuff, you won't have a frequency table. You might have something like cities in Indiana and rainfall in inches. And you don't have a third column. And so then, you might have Evansville. And then it gets, I don't know, 23 inches a year. I have no idea how much. And then you put Indianapolis, right? So whatever you research, there's different ways you could organize it in a chart, right? But that would help visualize what results you found. Actually, when you were searching, you probably found some charts. So you can kind of summarize them in a chart that you would share with the class for your presentation. But this is just to help organize your data and allow people to see kind of your results visually. And so that's what you're doing today. Once you have that, you are good to go.